Solve the triangle with the given information. We assume that this follows the convention labeling A, B, C, with the side opposite to uppercase A is the little a, the side opposite to capital B is the lowercase b, and the side that is opposite to capital C is lowercase c. We were given that A equals 22, B is 20, and the angle A has a measure of 63 degrees. This is the side, angle, side. We won't be able to use the law of sine in this case, so we will use the law of cosines. First, we square the side that is opposite to the given angle. The given angle is 63 degrees. The side opposite to 63 degrees is 22. A squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc cosine of the angle A. We then substitute this formula with the given information. Lowercase a is 22. Lowercase b is 20. C is unknown still. Lowercase b is 20. C is unknown. And then multiply cosine of 63 degrees. The goal is to find lowercase c in this case. To do that, we first simplify this equation. 22 squared is 484. 20 squared is 20 times 20, which is 400, plus c squared minus 2 times 20 times cosine of 63 degrees, and we still have the lowercase c being multiplied to this expression. We then zeros this out. 0 equals, subtract 484 to both sides of the equation. We have negative 84 because 400 minus 484 is negative 84, plus c squared minus, we evaluate this expression using a calculator in degrees mode. This will be 18.1596. We still have the variable c. Rewrite this equation. We see that this is a quadratic equation. C squared minus 18.1596c minus 84 equals 0. We will change it to the variable x so that we are accustomed to this is x squared minus 18.1596x minus 84 equals 0. It is not necessary, but again, we are accustomed to solving the quadratic equation with the variable x. X is the length of the side c in this case, where x equals negative b. B is negative 18.1596 plus or minus the square root of the discriminant, and the discriminant is b squared, which is negative 18.1596 squared minus 4ac. C is negative 84 in this case. When we use a, b, c in the quadratic formula, these are the coefficients of the quadratic equation, not the length c, divided by 2a. This is positive 18.1596 plus or minus 18.1596 squared minus 4 times negative 84 is 665.7711. In the intermediate step, we round it to 4 decimal places just in case. There are two x values here. The first one is 18.1596 plus the square root of 665.7711 over 2, and evaluate it using a calculator. We will get 21.98, but we will simply round it to 22. And the second solution is 18.1596 minus the square root of 665.7711 over 2. But this will give us a negative number. In fact, this is negative 3.82. This x, either x1 or x2, this represents c. C is the length of the triangle, so it cannot be negative. So the only one possible c is that c equal 22. And so we found it. The length c is 22. We then update the information we found and the given information. Given that the lowercase a is 22 and the uppercase a is 63 degrees, these are the sides with its corresponding angle. We just found that the lowercase c is also 22. Therefore, the angle that is opposite to this side, capital C, needs to be 63 degrees as well, because the two sides are the same. The corresponding angles must be the same as well. This is an isosceles triangle. Given that the lowercase b is 20, to find the uppercase b, we simply take 180 degrees minus 63 degrees minus 63 degrees to get 54 degrees. And so the angle B has a measure of 54 degrees. Notice that we look at the two sides A and C to determine the measure of the angle C. We did not solve it. Let's see if we get 63 if we were to solve it. Solving the angle C, we will use either the law of sines or the law of cosines. But to practice, let's use the law of cosines. Using the law of cosines, and we want to find C, we found it, but we want to confirm this. The side that is opposite to the angle capital C is the lowercase c. With this size in mind, the law of cosines states that c squared equals a squared plus b squared minus 2ab times cosine of the angle that is opposite to the lowercase c, which is the capital C. We found the lowercase c, 22. The lowercase a is given 22. The lowercase b is given 20. Minus 2, a is 22, b is 20, and we still need to multiply cosine of the capital C, which is unknown, we assume. Again, we found it, but we want to confirm this, so assume that we don't know at the moment. Both sides of the equation has 22 squared, so we can cancel this out. We end up with 0 equals 400 minus 2 times 22 times 20 is 880 times cosine of C. To find C, we first isolate the terms with C, so we move it to the left-hand side. 880 cosine of C equals 400 on the right-hand side. Cosine of C is 400 over 880, and so C is cosine inverse of 400 over 880. Using a calculator, we see that this is 63 or 62.9643, which we rounded to 63 degrees. This confirms that the angle C is 63 degrees. And so we solved this triangle. There is only one possible triangle in this case.